Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be working on another Project Life spread for week 2 of 2023. So this week, of course, as usual, it's going to come together really quick, but it's actually kind of extra quick this week because I'm using the January kit from Ellie Studio. So I get this subscription in the mail. I love it. It is pretty cheap. I think it's like $10 or something, or that's how much I remember it being a while ago. I've gotten it for a couple years now, and I love getting it in the mail. It's perfect for Project Life. I love getting a few new 3x4 cards and 4x6 cards every month. And also a lot of the collections kind of work well together. So any that I don't use this month, I'll just put in my stash, and then I can kind of mix and match Ellie Studio products maybe like later on in another spread. So this one has a lot of like New Year 2023 kind of cards, and then also some kind of a little bit of lovey Valentine's Day hinted at, type cards, but I don't mind putting pink and hearts and all of that in my spreads all year long. So I just grabbed out a few that I thought would work. I really wanted to use the 4x6 2023 card that they offered, but I just couldn't make it work for this particular spread. But I will probably try to use that one within the next few weeks, or maybe within the month of January, just to get it used since it's so specific to the beginning of the year. But yeah, so this one's going to come together really quick, as you can see, because I've kind of placed all of my cards down, placed all of my photos. I had a general idea of where I wanted the photos to go because, of course, I printed them off either 3x4, 4x6, or the two at the bottom. Those are actually just screenshots from Instagram. So those are, I printed them off at about a 2x3, so a little bit smaller. So I, in general, knew where I wanted the photos to go, added in the cards. And then with the kit from Ellie Studio, you always get a couple, like just punch out die cut sheets. So I had already punched those out. So I just placed those around where I think that they'll look good. So it's like the spread's basically done for you. I did grab out some older Pink Fresh Studio Alphas to spell out week 2. And then, of course, I'm going to put my dates here, and I'll add in a few other things. But yeah, this was a great week to document as well. I'll tell you about some of my photos. Of course, I just have a selfie up at the top. Whenever I take a selfie, generally for maybe Instagram to post something over there, I will a lot of times print it off for my Project Life just to like add a photo of myself into my Project Life kind of thing. So I did that here. Then I also have several photos of me and Will of our day out and about. So the other day, we got to have kind of a date day together, and it was just one of those really great days. We got lunch and we drove around and we went to the thrift store, and I love thrifting. It's one of my favorite hobbies ever. But over the week, I've thrifted twice. So me and my mom went to my favorite thrift store on Saturday, which was super fun. And then me and Will went after that to a different thrift store on our date day. So that was just really great. And it was really super fun because Will actually shopped, and he's not a shopper at all. Typically, he'll just kind of follow me around and let me be entertained by the thrift store. But he really had a lot of fun, and it was just such a blast. He bought stuff too, and it was so fun. So I snapped a picture of him looking at vintage games and tapes and stuff. And then I have a selfie at the bottom. And then I also have a little photo of me adding one of the Star Wars glasses to our collection. So we always look out for these vintage Star Wars glasses that Burger King put out like in the 80s, I think. So they're for the first 3 movies. So we always look for those when we're at the thrift store, and we found one. So that was a score. And then the 4x6 photo is of my newest obsession, which is vintage colorful books. So I'm trying to get a collection going on for my living room. I'm trying to kind of just refresh my living room for the new year. And I'm actually going to do a vlog video over on Patreon about that for January. So if you're into vlogs, I do one vlog just kind of about my life in general every month over on Patreon. But yeah, I love those books. They're so cute, so colorful. So I had to take a nice photo of those. And the only other picture that I have not mentioned brand is of lasagna. So she's in her tunnel of love. I got that for her a couple weeks ago, and she loves getting in her tunnel and walking through it. So I had to snap that photo as well. So then here, I'm actually going to start my journaling on this card, and I do basically complete it here, as you see, but something about it just bothered me. I didn't like the way that it looked, and I don't know, it just wasn't working for me. And also, I forgot to tell this one particular story about lasagna, so I decided to scrap that one that I started writing on, and I'm going to grab this purple one and kind of retell my stories here just a little better. And also, I already have the card at the bottom, the 3 reasons why. So I just think it looks better to have kind of the paragraph card that I'm working on now and then the 3 reasons why, instead of both of the cards being like in 3 sections. I don't know if that makes sense, but whatever. It is what it is. That's what I ended up doing. And then for this card down here at the bottom, I just told basically the story of mine and Will's fun day together, and just wanted to tell 3 details about our day. So a little side note about lasagna, though, this week on Friday, she went to the vet. Actually, she had to go in on Wednesday because they were just trying to fit her in. So it was kind of traumatic for all of us because she had to stay 2 nights at the vet, but she was getting fixed. So on Friday, that was whenever they were able to do her appointment. And actually, after they started the surgery, they realized that she did not have a uterus. So she actually didn't really get fixed, but they, of course, had to cut her open and do all the things before they realized that she didn't have the uterus. So that was too bad. But I'm just glad to know that she's okay. Of course, she got all of her shots and everything, and she healed up nicely and is totally back to normal now, which is wonderful. But yeah, I'm really glad she's back home. It was kind of traumatic not having her at the house and all of that. So that was my little story I wanted to make sure to tell this week about her. So now I'm pretty much just finishing up my journaling. I will add, I think off camera actually, I very quickly at the top of the purple card and on the little remember this tab on the pink love this card, I do add a tiny bit of stamping, which I think you will probably see at the very end when I do my up close. But that's it. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like. Please also consider subscribing, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, y'all.